Monday Motivational with Soroya. Today we're going to be talking about perspective. Have you ever misplaced something and couldn't find it simply because of where you're standing? But you find if you move to another location, you can find exactly what you are looking for? That's like our Christian walk. We have to walk by faith. Like in 2 Corinthians 5 and 7, in order to see God's perspective of who we are in Him. Oftentimes, we listen to what everybody else is saying. We see everybody else is blessed and is getting the blessings of God. And we're thinking, why isn't this happening to us? Simply because you only see your issue or your circumstance. You don't see the perspective of what God has for you. But in order for us to move into what God has for us, we have to change our perspective. And the way that we change our perspective is to move and walk by faith. We have to put on the shoes of truth. And that sounds weird because I never met anybody who brought shoes and didn't plan to walk in them. And when we put on the shoes of truth, we see that we need God more than anything, and we need His direction. The truth is that we're nothing but a wretched soul, but He is everything that we need plus more. The two things that we need to do is to realize that He exists. And 2, to realize that He has a purpose for us. Don't get stuck in your circumstances and paralyzed. Don't allow the devil to paralyze you. Because he paralyzed you, you can't see your perspective. You can't see your way out of a paper bag. Because you're paralyzed by fear. And that's not what God has for us. So, this makes me think of Moses and when he led the Israelites out of Egypt. They got complacent. Yes, they're free. Yes, they were in the wilderness. Yes, they were free. But God promised them a promised land. But the only thing that they can see is their perspective and not God's. Sometimes we got to hold on a little while longer to the word because His word will never come back to Him void. Let's put on our walking shoes, our shoes that we're going to walk by faith. Let's not be paralyzed. Remember, God's perspective for us is way larger and grand than our perspective that we have for our own selves. So let's put on our shoes and get to walking by faith because God has more for us than we can ever bear. Thank you. This is your Mad Monday Motivational.